Did you know that most people are going to go to their grave with treasure troves of potential still locked deep inside of their soul? Most people are going to spend a majority, if not their entire life, working at a 9 to 5 that does not absolutely satiate the soul. That doesn't have to be your story. And it may have been up until now. I've been there. Most of us have been there. A majority of humanity is living in less than ideal conditions, and just about the same amount of people are doing nothing about it. But let me ask you, what's that dream that you've been sleeping on? That idea that won't leave you alone, always reminding you of what could be if you just went after it. What is that for you? I know there's something. There's something for everyone. For you, maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to become a speaker or a coach. Maybe you want to discover and develop your life purpose and then take that purpose and passion for serving other people and turn it into paychecks. Maybe you want to get that job. Maybe you want to quit that job. Maybe you want to start that project. I don't know what it is for you, but for you, there's something. But a better question, what's stopping you? What's keeping you from deciding to go after your dreams? I'll tell you. It's one of two or a combination of two things. Number one, you're too comfortable. You're too comfortable in your current condition. Even if it's not perfect, even if you're going through some struggles. The thing is people don't change until the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. So whatever you're going through, it's not bad enough for you to make a massive change in your life. Most people wait until they hit rock bottom. I mean, real rock bottom. And they say, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then they start working it out. The second reason is you don't believe it's possible. You don't believe that if you gave it all you got and you went after it, that you couldn't achieve your dreams. Or maybe you do believe it's possible, but you're scared. You're scared to take that leap of faith. You're scared to take the risk. We've pretty much all been there. We've all been afraid to take that risk. And it shows up the same for everybody. The self-doubt, the limiting beliefs. It doesn't matter if you're trying to go from 20K a year to 80K a year or 20K a month to 80K a month. Like, it's the same psychological mechanism happening in the mind. You might have come from absolute poverty and made it to where now you're making 80K a year, done quite well for yourself, but you've plateaued. And because you've come so far from where you did start, going any farther just seems unreasonable or just a little too far-fetched for you. Like you've walked your path already. Maybe you're trapped in that. Or maybe you're trapped into thinking where you were born into wealth and great parents, and they set you up with an amazing mindset. And by the time you're in your early 20s, you're making $500,000 a year. But then when you try to 10x your business, take things to the next level, doesn't matter how much you're making. The self-doubt is the same. The inner critic is the same. Your mind doesn't care how much money you make, and how much money you make is no indicator of how well you understand your mind or navigate self-doubt, self-sabotage, or communicate with your inner critic. And let's go back to being too comfortable real quick, because the problem is you've bought into this idea that you think you're good enough, but deep down inside of you, there's a part of you that knows you're settling for less. There is more for you. And what's going to happen is you're going to get down the road 20, 30 years from now, and that regret is going to start to trickle in until it's there every day, all day, and you have to spend your last days constantly reminded about what you could have done, who you could have become, the difference you could have made, the life you could have lived if you just decided to do something about it. And again, if this is you, you're not alone. This is 99% of the people on this planet. All these people running around here that you think are happy, most people are not happy about their life, about life in general, to the degree that they could be. And it's all because of their limiting beliefs and their own self-sabotage that's keeping them right where they are. I would like for you to think about something for a second and really consider this. Like, you're not here to work a 9 to 5 that you don't love to be at just so you can get a paycheck to pay your bills. That's insane. I get it. You gotta work, you gotta pay the bills. No doubt about it. But do not sell your soul for a paycheck. You have an opportunity to live an incredible life. You do not have to sacrifice it for a paycheck. But here's the good news. If any of this resonates with you, if I'm talking to you, then you're not alone. I'm here to personally help you and guide you on this journey of self-mastery, if you want it. I've committed my life's work to those dedicated to making the world a better place with their presence, products, and services. If that's you, if you aim to make the world a better place just because you lived, then there's so much hope for you. There's so much opportunity for you because the world needs more people like you. And your desire to do whatever it is your heart is calling you to do, that's you answering the call to those that you have been called to serve. And this is what I do. I teach people how to restructure and re-engineer their minds for optimal performance and inevitable success. That way you can go out there and take your gifts and your talents and serve the world. And there's only one thing that's stopping you from going out there and doing just that, and that's the story that you keep telling yourself. I want to share a quote with you that I find relevant to our conversation. From one of my favorite men, Mr. Jim Rohn. He said, "Your level of success will seldom exceed your level of personal development because success is something you attract by the person that you become." What does that tell you? That means if you want to live at a higher level of life, if you want to achieve higher levels of success, you have to become a higher version of yourself. A version of you that's being called into a higher purpose, into a higher level of living. Now, I'm a product of the work that I have done on myself. But just as importantly, I am a product of the men and the women who have poured into me, who saw things in me that I could not see in myself or that I saw in myself and I lacked the courage to bring forward, who admonished and edified me into my greatness, who didn't let me live into anything less than the potential that they saw in me. And I certainly wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the mentors and the coaches that I have sought after to help me level up my own life. Think about the greatest performers in the world. Just one perfect example real quick. Michael Jordan. Most people don't know this, but Tim Grover was one of his coaches. Michael Jordan was one of Tim Grover's very first clients. Michael Jordan told Tim Grover, and you can read this in Tim Grover's book, Relentless. Michael Jordan said, "I don't pay you to coach me. I pay you so that you don't coach other players." Tim Grover was an expert in performance psychology. He also coached Kobe, Dwayne Wade, and a bunch of other professionals in the executive world, corporate world, entrepreneurs, in performance psychology. He will tell you, Tim Grover, that he created Mamba mentality. Kobe, Jordan, all these players, they will tell you that they are great and they are champions because of the work that they did, but they did not become who they became without being forged in the fire with a man like Tim Grover in their life. You don't need Tim Grover, but we all need somebody. My mission now is to take everything that I've gathered and everything that has been poured into me and to continue to serve and to pour it into others. So what is it for you? What is it that you want to accomplish? What are the dreams that you have been waiting to go after? And how long are you going to wait until you do something about it? So if you're even the slightest bit curious as to how us partnering together can help you restructure and re-engineer your mind for optimal performance and inevitable success so that you can take your gifts and your talents and go out into the world and serve with them, then reach out to me. Somewhere, wherever you are finding this video, you'll find a link, you'll find something. Get in touch with me. I personally will reach out to you within the next day or two. And if I'm not talking to you, then who do you know that I am talking to? Who's somebody in your life right now that you want to see succeed, live well, and take things to the next level? Who's somebody you know right now that's just 3 feet away from gold and could benefit from having somebody like me walk with them for the next 3 feet? So if I'm not talking to you, then you know somebody I am talking to. Do them the service of sharing this with them. Copy and paste the link to this video, send it to them, and tell them, I saw this and I thought of you and I wanted to share it with you. I hope you get some value from it. Whatever they do with it, who knows? But I can make you one promise. Whoever you give it to, if they do end up working with me, they will remember what you did for them for the rest of their life, and their life will never be the same because of it. That is a promise that I can make you. With that being said, farewell and travel light.